Yep. Oh!
But she also knows it's never gonna happen. Aside from that, too, she thanked me because I knocked out the dude that had knocked her out in sparring. I knocked him out in my 11th fight. And then I brought up the story of when I first met her and she got defensive. And it's divided for a reason.
Rick, I got dropped. I didn't get knocked out.
Nah.
You know, from the footage that people be posting, oh, I got dropped and I was laying there. One, I'd probably never been hit that hard with like a bare knuckle before, and that's what happened. But as I got back up, I sparred another guy. Just because I'm a woman sparring against some man, and then it happened one time, it didn't deter me from sparring other men. That happened when I was going for my second world title.
The boxing scene was thrown into controversy when Rolando Romero reportedly shared footage that he claimed showed Clarissa Shields getting knocked out during a sparring session with a male partner. The clip surfaced after Shields publicly challenged Romero, saying she believed she could beat him.
If they did coke before we fought, I don't care what you're talking about. You, my ass is not, listen, you know, I don't think there's a lot of men that can beat me.
Shit, I'm with you.
No, you're not. Because when you was interviewing Shakur,
I'm with you. No, I was talking about shit. No, I'm just saying.
What you saying?
Let me ask you a question. Is there a male champion, regardless of weight,
Yep.
that you believe you can?
I beat Roelly. He's the world champion. Roelly Ramirez. Do you agree or disagree? Speaking out of hold your peace.
I agree. I'm with you.
Do you watch boxing? Have you ever seen Roelly fight?
I did watch.
Rolando Romero reportedly released sparring footage of Clarissa Shields, claiming it showed her being dropped by a younger boxer. Shields fired back, saying she would take out Romero quickly, adding that he doesn't have the strength or the polished boxing ability to match her.
You can go where Roelly's at and beat that. Roelly can't box nothing like me. It don't matter about no power. You don't have no skill. So next time Roelly come in my inbox, just know, yeah, I'm really about that. And I will show up where you at and show you what's up. He like, oh, you're not better than me and I'm not better than you. I'm just telling you that all of the greats have been dropped. I got a video of all your favorite fighters getting dropped. Roelly, congratulations. You got knocked out. Shut up. Shut up. You got knocked out in a real fight. Foreign. You got knocked out for real. So hush your mouth. Shakur beat your ass. Ryan to beat you up. Teofimo beat you up. David Haney will walk you. Everybody like, who is Roelly? The dude who Tank knocked out. And when I see Roelly, I want you to keep that same energy you have over that internet. That's all I.
However, the alleged footage has led many to question Clarissa Shields' confident statement that she could defeat any male fighter.
Do you think there are professional men out there that you could beat in a boxing match?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'm a two-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed champion. I think people get it kind of, they always say, oh, you know, one man can't beat a man. I spar with men. And I mean, I drop men. I bust men nose. I beat men up all the time. You know what? Power for power isn't the question, because what is boxing? Boxing is a sweet science. It's not about strength. You know, it's not about strength, because people were saying Christina Hammer was stronger than me. They were saying all these girls were stronger than me, but did you not see the head movement that I had during the fight? See the defense, the offense, the traps I set. If I was to get in there with a man, I would do a lot more of that. And I do have some power. I'm not gonna say I'm stronger than them, but if I set up the right shot with the right time.
Clarissa Shields pushed back on the claims, explaining that she wasn't knocked out and was only dropped during sparring, something she noted is a normal part of boxing.
Her sparring with men and one of the men dropped you, I'm like, oh, they not taking it easy on her. Like, she really in there banging with it.
Well, I love that you brought that up, right? And I'm gonna speak on this briefly. out of 19 years out of my whole boxing time boxing, I've been dropped twice. Both in a week of each other. First week was by that guy who you talking about, who gloves was worn and he barely had no padding in them. Right? And then the next week when I fought my world championship fight against Hannah Gabriels. Those are the only 2 times in my career where I was dropped. Ever. So now that we speaking about that, this dude that I sparred was a nobody, right? And everybody's somebody, but he was a nobody. I already had pieced him up the week before, and I hate that people think and then so you said it correct. I got dropped. I didn't get knocked out.
Clarissa Shields maintained that after being dropped, she got back up immediately and continued training, even going a few rounds with another male fighter afterward, emphasizing that the moment was just part of a normal sparring session.
Said that, I go up to the guy myself and I grab his gloves and I'm like, what the hell? It's literally nothing in them. It's like worn gloves. It's literally no padding. So now, me as a fighter who's been doing this all my life, I done sparred against the biggest and the heaviest men you can think about. I've never been dropped, wobbled, or none. So now to get dropped like that, it was like something is up, and it was something with his gloves. I don't have to lie about that.
Listen, you don't have to make no excuses. It was a man. You was
It don't matter. No, but it don't matter though, because since the time I was 11 to now I'm 30 years.
However, critics pushed back on Clarissa Shields' claim about altered gloves, saying the knockdown came from weaknesses in her technique rather than the gear. They pointed out that even a smaller male boxer can generate force and impact well beyond what she usually faces against female opponents.
Highly ranked at 140 pounds, 147 pounds. And then when I got out, I sparred the first guy first who dropped me. He dropped me like in the 3rd, 4th round. He got out, I sparred Harold 4 rounds, and then he got in with Harold and sparred Harold.
Before her back and forth with Rolando Romero, Clarissa Shields had already made strong statements, calling out Keith Thurman and saying she could beat Shawn Porter and even Gennady Golovkin.
Claims that his gloves were tempered, right? And that this nonsense, it was ridiculous, right? I was just listening to her. But the fact that the gloves didn't drop you, it's the bad technique of Clarissa Shields. When she punched, she hooked with a hooker and dropped the right hand. She always overloads on punches, and she got hit by a man, a smaller man, and got dropped with big gloves. Can you imagine if that same punch would have landed with 8 or 10 ounce gloves by that same smaller man? She would have been out. As it is, she was on the ground for a few seconds, straight on her back with headgear and oversized gloves. Stop with the nonsense. You can't beat a man. So stop trying to emulate, act, and talk like a great man and just be the greatest woman of all time like you say you are, because I think you're great, and in the women's side of things, you are unbelievably.
Clarissa Shields has consistently stood firm in her confidence and belief in her skills, even as critics argue that she may be aiming beyond her limits.
Weird, like if I was to say like which is the guy I think I could beat up, I think I could beat up Keith Thurman.
Really?
I really do. I think I could beat up Keith Thurman, even though, you know, they like, oh, you know, he beat Shawn Porter. I think I could beat Shawn Porter too. You know, skill wise and just strength wise. I think that they may be stronger than me, but their boxing abilities isn't like mine. Triple G, he's older now, but I can give Triple G a run for his money. I give him a run for his money.
Well, you did say you wanted to fight Keith Thurman, and who was the other person? I forgot.
Recently?
Not recently, but
no.
over the
So
years.
look, they asked me questions and I answered them. The question a long time ago was, who is a male fighter I think I could beat in a boxing match? I said Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman. Why? I like their boxing skills. They both big, strong men. I respect both of them. But when I look at how they box and how I'm boxing, I'm like, man, if I can shake and bake and go to the body and do my little stuff, I feel like I'm better skilled than them. Am I stronger than them? No. But, I mean, have I really ever been stronger than a lot of people? It's like, strength is not my thing when it comes to
Clarissa Shields has consistently stood firm in her confidence and belief in her skills, even as critics argue that she may be aiming beyond her limits.
These guys are so intimidated that I'm just so strong and so confident and so great at what I do. They're intimidated that they think, like, dang, if I was to fight her, she could probably beat me up. That's intimidating for a man. I don't go around like, oh, I beat up these men. What's up with you, Charlamagne? You want to fight? You want to fight, DJ Envy? What's up?
Don't want to
walk around like
Many boxing fans have expressed doubt over Clarissa Shields' bold claims that she could defeat Rolando Romero in a fight. Critics on social media suggest she rethink her statements, noting that if a match ever took place, Romero's strength and welterweight experience would probably give him a clear edge.
my thing when it comes to a fight. Strength is not my thing. It's about skill, precision, and I know how to win. But I got some power too. But no, I'm not trying to knock everybody out. Like I'm a box them, you know what I'm saying, and move around and move my head. Like I'm pretty skilled in all the departments. That's why they call me the female TBE.
Y'all better leave Clarissa alone.
Many boxing fans have expressed doubt over Clarissa Shields' bold claims that she could defeat Rolando Romero in a fight. Critics on social media suggest she rethink her statements, noting that if a match ever took place, Romero's strength and welterweight experience would probably give him a clear edge.
It's over. It's not gonna happen. Clarissa, you're not gonna win. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. You can be the best female boxer, you can have all the moves in the world. You don't possess the power a man has. If Keith hits her one good time, her emotions are gonna take over. She's not gonna be boxing anymore. She's gonna be swinging all wild because she's upset. I wish some women would help her and explain to her, look, it's not gonna happen. Don't you know the strongest female bodybuilder is weaker than the weakest man bodybuilder? Don't hold back. It's over for her. It is over. There's no chance in the world. Clarissa, time is ticking. If I were you, I would call this fight off because you are going to get steamrolled if this man don't hold back.
Rolando Romero described his initial meetings with Clarissa Shields as unusual and a bit tense. They first crossed paths in 2015 when Shields' boyfriend gave him a ride during the Olympic trials. But things got awkward as Clarissa didn't approve and kept calling Romero strange names, leaving him puzzled by her behavior.
Where exactly did this come from? Because it feels like it came out of left field. You got the women's heavyweight champion calling for you.
I met Clarissa Shields October 26th of 2015. I remember I had just lost I shut both his dudes' eyes in Memphis, Tennessee, and they're doing the Olympic trials for women right there.
Yeah.
And I yelled at the ref, and they gave the decision to the dude, even though he couldn't fight the next day. Both of his eyes were. It was a complete one-sided fight, to the point where he even said I won, and they didn't want to overturn the decision. He's like, well, I can't even fight the next day, and they're like, just give him the fight, and they didn't want to. I remember I wake up late, and I missed the shuttle, because I went to go to venue, and I missed the shuttle, right? And a guy comes up to me, he's like, oh, are you heading to venue? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, we got a car. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, we'll give you a ride. I'm like, okay. Again, the car, Clarissa Shields goes in the car. It was her boyfriend at the time, and he's like, and she's like, why you putting these bums in the car and all that stuff and I'm just like, huh? I'm a bum. I wasn't gonna do anything. I get whatever. I felt weird. I got the car and I'm like, that was crazy. That was insane. I was like, I could not. I didn't understand why,
Gervonta Davis also joined the Clarissa Shields versus Rolando Romero debate, noting that many fans underestimate Romero's punching power. He explained that even though Romero is lighter than some welterweights or heavyweights, he packs tremendous strength and can land precise knockout shots. Davis added that people often fixate on size while overlooking technique and raw power, both of which Romero has in spades.
No. Why specifically with me? I think of course, she is the greatest fighter of all time, the greatest female fighter of all time. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or questions about that. But I don't know why she always targets me.
Like, did anything? Did you two run into each other? Anything that all these years later, it's
those were the first 2 interactions. I remember the exact dates and everything because, well, I remember everything that has happened to me in my life.
Shannon Sharp also joined the conversation about Clarissa Shields facing male fighters, noting that Shields has never beaten a trained male in sparring. He stressed that what happens in training isn't the same as an official professional fight. Sharp explained that sparring and real bouts are entirely different, as controlled sessions don't capture the intensity, power, and stakes of sanctioned competition, especially between genders. He added that while Shields is top tier in women's boxing, the physical realities of professional boxing make her claim unlikely to hold up in an actual fight, despite her confidence and experience.
Got Clarissa over Shannon Sharp in a boxing match. Facts. These guys are so misinformed about boxing. Like Marjorie Mayweather says, some people don't know ish about boxing. Since day one, I've been sparring with men. It's a reason I'm running through these women. Yes, you're running through women, Clarissa. Clarissa, you're not beating a male-trained fighter. If that was the case, you would have fought men. You're not. They're not going to sanction. We're not saying that you're a woman's fighter. You're great. You're the greatest woman's fighter of all time.
That's where all that great came from. Topics like this, say it with your chest. She ain't gonna swing.
We're conceding that. Shakur is just upset that I said I'm not paying no money to see him fight. This fight's not interesting. So he mad about that. I don't even want to discuss him. But Clarissa, it's not a shot at you.
Many fans and analysts have compared Clarissa Shields to figures like Ronda Rousey, especially when she makes bold claims about competing beyond women's boxing. After suggesting she could take on top male fighters, critics quickly pushed back, pointing out that differences in strength, speed, and physiology make such outcomes highly unlikely. Former athletes and commentators have argued that no woman, even someone as accomplished as Shields, could realistically beat an elite male opponent, citing the natural physical advantages men often have in combat sports. Shields has responded to the doubt by emphasizing her confidence and willingness to challenge conventional boundaries. Still, the conversation highlights ongoing debates around gender, athleticism, and cross-gender competition in fighting sports.
You didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was like hard.
You felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Analysts note that the man who dropped Clarissa Shields is relatively small in both size and experience, holding a professional record of just 6-1. They argue he isn't a true test for a boxer of Shields' caliber. While he did manage to score a knockdown, it doesn't compare to the threat a top-level world champion like Rolando Romero would present, whose strength, skill, and experience would make a real fight far more challenging and serious for Shields.
For the sake of Roelly, he pulled it off, but it's gonna be a good fight. No? You think? Huh? Someone's gonna get knocked out. Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out. Was it Ryan or was it Roelly? Because they both. I ain't gonna lie, Roelly hit hard. People be sleeping on Roelly because he been obviously. I don't know how to say it. Obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin down, so Roelly be getting caught, but Roelly can't hit, bro. Like, he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks were going good.
I fundamentally agree with you that Clarissa cannot beat Roelly. I mean, Roelly, for all his wackiness, can punch. Like, and even though he is several weight classes lighter than Clarissa Shields, you get hit by Roelly, it's different. It's a lot different than getting hit by Lonnie Daniels and Franchon Cruz-Dezurn and all the women that she has fought over the last couple of years. Even if just body shots that someone like Roelly is throwing, it would be it would end badly for Claressa. But you said something to the effect of any man who's a boxer would be Claressa. Like, you go down the list, like some of those guys that we've seen, Sergio.
At 175, yes. At 175, I say it again. The 200th ranked boxer at 175 will be Clarissa Shields, because there's a size difference, there's strength, there's resistance. Clarissa could hit a 175-pound fighter dead in the chin, that he's gonna laugh. He's gonna smile and be like, that's it? But the same can be in return. It's two different sports, women's boxing and men's.
Clarissa Shields is widely recognized as one of the top female boxers of her generation, having claimed undisputed titles in multiple weight classes and solidified her legacy with Olympic golds and world championships. However, many fans feel she may have been overconfident when suggesting she could defeat a male world champion like Rolando Romero in a hypothetical match, a scenario most experts view as extremely unlikely due to the physical and competitive differences between men's and women's division. Critics say that while Shields' self-belief fuels her success, expecting to beat a seasoned male champion in an official fight crosses the line from confidence into unrealistic expectation.
My daughter has rocked men in the gym, but my daughter has been rocked by men in the gym. And I want to get this across to Clarissa Shields, to every woman out there. It is very difficult for a man who respects women and respects himself and carries himself as a man to defend himself and get his point across at 10% while a woman's going 100. Especially a woman who's skilled, because we're not trying to a woman's ass and put her to sleep, but we're also not trying to get rocked by a woman. So when dude caught her with a left, he probably put 30% on. When my daughter got rocked, my man was literally looking around like, do y'all want me to punch her or not? But they're like, she gotta get her work. Dude cleared the space, bam, hit my daughter in her head. She said she never felt nothing like that before. Whoop, whoop, and he barely put mustard.
Do you think Clarissa Shields' confidence is justified, or should she focus on challengers within her own division? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This video is produced for educational and informational purposes only, designed to keep boxing fans informed about recent discussions, opinions, and events. All third-party clips, images, and audio used are covered under Fair Use, Section 107 of the Copyright Act, for commentary, criticism, and news reporting. We do not claim ownership of this material. The opinions presented are based on publicly available information and are not intended to harm or misrepresent any individual or organization. Additionally, this content has been enhanced with AI tools to make it more unique, engaging, and informative while preserving its original context and purpose. If you are the rightful owner of any content and have concerns, please reach out for prompt resolution.
She's the GOAT since she won the second gold medal. Like, I was there in Rio when she won the gold medal. I did the interview where she said, I'm the greatest woman of all time. I was right there in that gym.
Because there's separation in strength, in size, in resistance, and being able to take a punch and rehydrating. It's two separate fields. So you can't move the field goal because you're the greatest at what you do as a woman. You have XX chromosomes. You can't come to this side with XY. XY is stronger than you. They're stronger, they're bigger, they're faster. You might be more polished. You might have more accolades. You might have the aura of this unstoppable, immovable object as a woman, but not as a man. You will get beat by Roelly Romero, and you will get hospitalized by a guy like Gennady Golovkin, which you called out one time. I can come out of retirement right now at 40, in my mid-40s, and beat a Clarissa Shields. You cannot do that, Chris Maddox. You cannot disrespect women's greatness and men's greatness, or not even greatness, just average, because Rolly Romero is
Clarissa Shields is famous for her fearless challenges, but targeting former unified champion Keith Thurman caught everyone off guard. She wasn't hinting at a casual sparring match. She confidently stated she could beat him in an actual fight. The boldness of her claim sent shockwaves across the boxing and combat sports community.
There's no woman that could beat a professional boxer. Same way when it comes to MMA. There's no MMA woman, I don't care how great you think she is. She can't beat the F fighter in an MMA fight. A man power and a woman power is totally different, bro. There's no way around it. I'm not mad at Clarissa for boasting it. She knows how to sell a fight. Like, Clarissa and any male shouldn't even be brought up in the same goddamn sentence.
Oh, man,
she's
bruh.
great. Listen, Clarissa, you are a great woman fighter. Nobody's gonna beat you. We all understand that. Hey, boast yourself up, but listen, actual fighting a male in the boxing ring, that ain't gonna happen, baby. Your ass is gonna get flatlined real quick. I don't care if you're 30 pounds heavier than the dude. Yeah. I don't care if you're 40 pounds heavier than the guy. You're getting your ass flatlined by the at 130.
Do you think Clarissa Shields' confidence is justified, or should she focus on challengers within her own division? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This video is produced for educational and informational purposes only, designed to keep boxing fans informed about recent discussions, opinions, and events. All third-party clips, images, and audio used are covered under Fair Use, Section 107 of the Copyright Act, for commentary, criticism, and news reporting. We do not claim ownership of this material. The opinions presented are based on publicly available information and are not intended to harm or misrepresent any individual or organization. Additionally, this content has been enhanced with AI tools to make it more unique, engaging, and informative while preserving its original context and purpose. If you are the rightful owner of any content and have concerns, please reach out for prompt resolution.